It's a short story that you guys are definitely going to appreciate, especially you guys that ever been cheated on. Cheated on, or your girl broke up with you and cheated on you because she felt that she was entitled to a guy that she saw as better than you and pretty much ruined you. You'll appreciate this. All about a wife who, same thing, thought her husband wasn't good enough, found somebody else to give her the butterflies, a guy she thought was higher caliber than her husband, cheats, leaves the husband, and guess what? This guy essentially does the same thing to her. It's a great, funny karma story. And this really hits home that no matter what you do, typically you can't ever make them happy. So never bust your tail and make yourself miserable trying to make them happy, because it's not going to happen. And of course, there is karma in the world. Titled, I left my husband for another man, karma is hitting me. And a shout to Nishad for sending in this story. Now listen to this. She says here, I made a choice that I thought was about love and a better relationship, a better future. I left my husband, the person who had committed to me, for someone else. Oh, and how this new man encouraged me, showing me that I deserve better. Right there. Notice that? Oh, and how this man encouraged me. Already putting the blame on him. Not my fault, he encouraged me. My husband wasn't perfect. He didn't fully meet my needs, didn't want to change, and I often felt unseen. But I know now he would never do something like this. See, can't make him happy. He wouldn't change. I felt unseen. If she's remotely attractive, I'm sure she's seen. Then the other man came along, exciting and loving. Had a better education, a better job. He was smart and felt like I'd found the one. I thought the one was your husband. But notice, better education, better job. In other words, more money for me. He helped me with cooking, helped around the house, treated me with all the love because I deserved everything, as he said. He is selling her the dream. He had these amazing plans for us, and at the time it felt real. A house, a baby, a life together. We rented a house, bought a car, personalized our living room, our bedroom, got kitchen appliances, everything. Are you telling me in her previous marriage she didn't have kitchen appliances? Are you telling me she didn't have a house before? She couldn't have a baby with her previous husband? Clearly she didn't want to. It felt like we were building a life together, and I trusted it completely. We were long distance and trying to find ways for me to move or him to join me. He packed everything and brought it over from another country. But now he's gone. After 8 months, suddenly the future we built in my mind doesn't exist. How about that? The guy that knowingly was cheating with a married woman and promised her the world to obviously get some action, and boom, once it gets boring, he's gone. Imagine that. How many other women do you think he has on the side? This is probably one of these D-bags that loves hooking up with married women. And then boom, just like that. Oh, poor baby. He keeps telling me that our age gap is too much, that he doesn't see a future without losing himself. Then he stopped doing the things he enjoyed because he wanted to talk to me. He says the relationship with his daughter is bad because he gave me too much attention. I'm just shocked, but this is karma. Well, it is. It absolutely is. You're cheating on your husband. I'm sure the husband wasn't perfect. Nobody's perfect, but nobody deserves that. If you wanted to end it with your husband, at least end it with him and not cheat. Not deceive, then go after this guy and give it a shot. Nope. He's far and doesn't talk much. Slowly, I'm starting to realize that maybe this is just a way for him to make leaving easier. I left a committed relationship for someone who ultimately isn't willing to fight for us in the end. And now I'm here, heartbroken, trying to figure out how to live with my choice, my sadness, and the painful realization. Nobody feels bad for you, honey. You brought this on yourself. Again, if you weren't happy, okay, that's fine. End the marriage. Should have tried a little bit. But now you're on here trying to get pity and sing the blues and all that because of what you did. And that got kicked you to the curb. That is karma. Not often do we get to witness karma in our lives, guys, but it does happen sometimes. And my God, it's funny to hear about. So there you go. Now, as you can imagine, the comment section's full of people saying things. I'm going to read a few of those before I wrap this up. One guy says here, you fall into a category that's called monkey branching. Who knew that starting a relationship resulting from cheating wouldn't have worked out? Your ex had a lucky escape. The likelihood that your new guy found someone else and has now left you for them is amusingly quite high. People who create their own drama deserve their own karma. Amen. That's a good line. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and by the way, guys, what do you want to bet that she's going to go crying and crawling back to the ex? I mean, oftentimes, if things aren't working out, they always come back. So there you go. Another one. You don't regret your decision. You regret what the reality of the decision was. It did not work out. That's what you're sad about. You're not sad about leaving your husband for another man. You're sad that the other man left you. You're right. It's karma. Yeah, she doesn't feel bad about her husband. Her previous husband. Nope. Another one. It's hard to have sympathy for a cheater, to be honest. This is the story of many women, my ex included. She left me for another man after a 10-year marriage. Needless to say, the other man left her after 6 months. Then she kept calling me to reconcile, and I had to block her. She turned up at my door one day uninvited, and I told her to get lost. Yeah, that's going to be the update. We may get this update in 6 months as she, reached out to him, begged and pleaded in the waterworks, and he told her to F off. And last one. Guy says here, he's a cheater and he got bored. So he's either monkey branching onto his next fling or he's aiming for his next target. The chase and the novelty were always more important to him than you ever were. The only favor he did was show your husband the real you. Anyway, the husband may be hurt initially, but the husband is now free. Karma is a bitch and now it's biting you on your butt. You need some deep reflection on your behavior, actions, and the consequences. You should have worked on your marriage. It wasn't just your husband's responsibility to make it work, it was yours as well. And now you should look into getting therapy because this becomes a repeated cycle of behavior. Yeah, she needs to get therapy, not just for her, but for the next victim. Because if she's remotely attractive, she's going to get another guy. And if she doesn't do things to work on herself and discover, or accept that she basically was being a scumbag in what she did, the next guy is going to be a victim there. But anyhow, guys, there you go. I love a good karma story. And you know what? I don't feel bad for her. I've been doing this for years. I've lived long enough. I'm 2 years from 50, for heaven's sake. And it's amazing how nobody has accountability. They do all these things. They have all these opportunities. And then they throw it all away for the butterflies. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest here. We all have emotions and can be impacted by them. But when it comes to women, they really are controlled by the emotions. Rare have I seen ones that are able to control their emotions. And at the end of the day, the butterflies, the excitement, the unpredictability, that will draw them in. And I cover these stories from all around the world. It's the same darn thing. And the bad boy's always going to rope them in. And then it doesn't work out with the bad boy, and they're crying and carrying on and go back to the ex, or try with the next nice guy until the same cycle repeats. Can she change? Probably not, because that'd be like rewiring her whole makeup. But anyhow, we get a laugh out of all this. So hopefully the husband does not take her back.